Okay, good morning, everyone. It's Dima Khoury with Compass in Burlingame. I hope you're having a wonderful, warm Saturday morning and you're having a great holiday season. And if you're celebrating Christmas, so I'm sure that your Christmas trees are all up with all the lights. And so today is December 12th, and let's see how the market was doing in San Mateo County for the previous week. And I'm also going to provide you some more information about the forecast for 2021 in terms of property values and foreclosures. So to start with, we are still experiencing low inventory levels within the housing market. So we do have low number of properties on the market in comparison to the number of buyers in the market. And what does that mean for sellers? So when the supply of houses for sale is as low as it is today, it's much harder for buyers to find homes to purchase. So this means that there will be a lot of competition, and this puts the seller and the buyers in a multiple offer situation, which makes sense that it would be essential for buyers to submit very attractive and strong offers. So this is so this is a very much seller's market. It's a great time to sell, and it just makes sense for buyers to be out there now looking for properties, because it's also a great time to buy and lock in interest rate, this low interest rate. So with regards to the interest rates, we are still at the historic low levels. We're below 3%, so it's still a great time. And purchase power of buyers, it's super high. Now, let me share my screen with you and show you some predictions on the housing market. Okay. So, as per the home forecast for the 12 months, a 12 months forecast for Zelman, it's 5.9%, and HPS it's 3.7%, and CoreLogic it's 1.9% or almost 2%. Now, as per Realtor.com for the 2021 forecast, it's 5.7%. NAR, National Association of Realtors, they're expecting 4.5%, and the other forecasts are 2.6, Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae 2.1, and MBA 2%, which is Mortgage Bankers Association. So we can see that there is still predictions of home values to still appreciate in the next year. And that makes sense because interest rates are still, as we saw last week, they are expected to remain at low levels, slightly higher than what they are at today, but this will keep buyers very motivated to buy homes. Now, as per chief economist at NAR, any foreclosure, now this is regarding the foreclosure, so any foreclosure increases will likely be quickly absorbed by the market. It will not lead to any price decline. And again, this just makes sense because we're still experiencing low inventory. So we can imagine that there will still be multiple offer situation on foreclosures, and this will drive the prices up. And in any market, as I always mention, there will be always great deals to find. We don't need to really wait for a foreclosure market to find good deals. So there's always great deals in the market, and to lock in a good purchase or a good sale. Now, looking at the numbers of properties and how was the activity last week in San Mateo County. So we can see that the number of properties that came on the market, okay, sorry. So we can see that the number of properties, okay, so All right. So the number of properties that came on the market, both for the single family homes and in total, single family homes and condominiums, it dropped 30%. So it was 82 properties that came on the market, and 58 of them were single family homes. And this number is lower by 30% in comparison to the previous week. Now, the number of properties that went in contract or pending now are 108, and 81 of them are single family homes. And the number of properties that closed escrow or sold are 104, and 78 of them are single family homes. So we can see that there is a huge activity, or the biggest activity within San Mateo County is for the single family homes. And again, this number, the number of properties that closed escrow, is lower by 29 to 30% in comparison to previous weeks. So we can see that the activity is kind of slowing down during these holiday weeks. So let's see how we're gonna close December. And the number of properties that came off market between canceled, expired, or withdrawn are 50 properties, and 32 of them are single family homes. And this number also dropped, I would say 25% in comparison to previous week. Now, looking at the absorption rate, which is how many months do we need to sell the current inventory that is on the market, to try to see, to predict the time on the market based on how many days or months properties are taking today. And this also a great indicator. This is a very solid indicator that would show us whether it's a buyer's market or it's a seller's market. So from the numbers that we see for the single family homes in San Mateo County, we can see that the properties, the absorption rate is 1 month. So we have the total number of properties that are currently on the market, single family homes, are 425, and 413 of them are in escrow. So this is a huge number of properties in escrow in comparison to in comparison to the supply, the current supply. So this just explains the trend where the housing market is going. Now, let me share with you my screen to compare, to put all these properties, to put all these numbers in comparison with previous months and previous year. So we can see that we closed November, almost 3/4 of October in terms of number of properties coming on the market. And so we were at around 500 properties that came on the market during November. Now, comparing this to previous year, last year, 2019. So in 2019, in November, we had less than 300 properties that came on the market. So we can see that it's almost double this year. Now, December, obviously, we're week 2 in December, we're almost 200 properties. Yet looking at last December, we only in 2 weeks we already surpassed or jumped above last December's numbers. So we can see that the market is completely different than last year's, especially during the holidays. Although we are still experiencing lower activity during these weeks, yet even with this lower activity, it's much higher than last year. Now, in terms of days, how many days it's taking properties to sell, or DOM, which is days on the market. So in December so far, for the first 2 weeks of December, we can see that we're almost 30 days. It's taking properties 30 days to sell. And in November, it was 26 days. Now, comparing this to last year, so last December, we were at 37 days. Now we're at 30 days, so we're still better. And it's still a very good number in December, during December market. Now, looking at the property appreciation or depreciation, or how stable is the housing market. So this is for the single family homes. and property values, which is price per square foot. So in December, we can see there is a slight drop in a dollar per square foot, dollar value per square foot. So we're at 1,000 per square foot in comparison to September was the highest. We were above 1,000, and then it slightly dropped October, November, and now December. And comparing this to last year, so last December we were at almost 900 or 920 dollars per square foot. Yet today we're at 1,000. So again, the market today is much better than last year. So we can see that the trend or the trend in the housing market for the property values is still going up. So I hope these numbers are helpful and answers some questions about whether it's a good time to sell, whether it's a good time to put my property on the market. Is it a good time to market it? Will there be buyers? Will there be multiple offer situation? Will I get the right property value or the right price for my home? So I hope this was helpful. If you need more information about your specific property, how to market it, what to do with the property, whether it's the right time to hit the market, please feel free to contact me. I'll be more than happy to provide you with more information about your certain neighborhood or any other real estate information. I'll leave you now. Have a wonderful weekend and please be warm and safe.